Hi, my name is Jason Sangworn, and it is my pleasure to introduce the Anaplan platform for oil and gas. As a trusted advisor regarding Anaplan over the past 6 years and working in the enterprise planning space for 15, I've assisted oil and gas teams with understanding the value in leveraging a unified platform to combat the dynamic nature of the industry. First, Anaplan is cloud-based, so accessing the platform couldn't be easier via any one of the different internet browsers. Although very accessible via its cloud offering, data security and encryption is a priority for Anaplan. Now, guiding users along the process are pages or dashboards that can be easily configured to align to your needs. Whether it be dashboards capturing information at the corporate level, encompassing items such as debt, divestitures, global assumptions, or portfolio optimization, or asset level detail across items such as taxes, scheduling, capital, OpEx, or rig information. Anaplan can accommodate any level of detail that's needed to encourage connected planning. Anaplan's focus on connected planning allows us to incorporate roles across the organization. First, corporate focused on monitoring performance via KPIs, metrics, or quarter-over-quarter P&Ls, even visualizations. Anaplan's configurability can bring items that matter to the forefront for users. Anaplan's real-time engine allows for synchronization with interactive visualizations and a zero latency approach on any of the ways you slice and dice your data, really simplifying that ad hoc analysis. In addition to financials, Anaplan has the out-of-the-box ability to integrate qualitative impacts, such as corporate initiatives. Creating initiatives is something that can happen on demand and align to your go-forward strategy, whether it be a focus on ESG or ZBB. Leveraging Anaplan's real-time capability allows teams to quantify the impacts of including or excluding initiatives, unlocking Anaplan's ability to be that real-time decision-making platform. As we think about driving alignment among the field, we can leverage Anaplan's ability to also create a top-down target, in particular for our capital plans. To facilitate the top-down approach, our organizational structure from segments to business units to basin, field, and so on, based on cost of supply and other analytics, we can apply the appropriate growth from a top level, but also refine each subsequent level below via overrides, via percentages, or dollar amounts, all while maintaining that top level target we established earlier. This same methodology can also apply to our production plans, in which volume-based targets can be cascaded to our operational teams with the appropriate growth or lift, driving better alignment and minimizing that cycle time between leadership and operational teams. In addition to the target setting process, we may also want to explore more corporate-related activities that could impact our go-forward strategy, such as debt optimization. Existing debt tranches as well as new ones can be integrated into dashboards for analysis, encompassing that granular detail such as principal amounts, terms, interest, and amortization schedule. These details can help provide visibility across the financials. And what if we want to understand the impact to paying down some of the existing debt? By simply checking the appropriate box, we can understand that impact in no time, having our teams spend less time modeling these out in Excel and more time for analysis of scenarios. In addition to debt analysis, we can also manage our equity side of things, as we may look at issuing dividends, exploring stock issuance, or repurchases to get a clear understanding of EPS. Strategically, we may transition to shaping our entire portfolio by leveraging inputs such as working interest, commodity pricing scenarios, corporate policy changes, or assumptions around debt taxes. Using these inputs, we can plug them into Anaplan's optimization engine powered by Gurobi to help us determine the most effective way to optimize for enterprise value. We can create, manage different scenarios with varying outputs, and ultimately promote a scenario we can find and analyze the financial output. We've spent some time on the corporate side of things. Now let's look at how Anaplan can accommodate asset level planning. From an upstream perspective, we first look at a landing dashboard for teams to help manage, plan, update their assets. Any type of attribute information, working interest, or including them in specific scenarios, we have the ability to capture all that relevant asset information. Also, working interest as an example can be something we attribute at the project level or could be inherited from the field, basin, or asset level. The flexibility is there within Anaplan to enter in information anywhere in the hierarchy. Next, from a project or asset level expenses, we may leverage an input form that allows the flexibility via dropdowns to plan capital accordingly and view that gross versus net expense across a 3, 5, 50-year time horizon. Additionally, we can take a driver-based approach to CapEx and develop a per well cost that calculates in real time as we plan for additional wells. For operating expenses, users are provided with the flexibility to determine fixed versus variable cost across different expense categories, and even leverage the appropriate variable, whether it be production or any other type of driver, for those variable type expenses. While initially focused at the asset level, Anaplan also accommodates department level planning. A dashboard configured for the department planner to manage their expenses and also have the visibility into a target established by corporate, giving them real-time variances against the target, which helps eliminate the back and forth we typically see. Managing workforce planning, leveraging Anaplan's innate ability to connect to any type of source data, can provide person-level planning where we can drill down and see the full burden for each employee and make decisions on things such as termination with the impact provided in real time without the need of a save button, batch process, or waiting overnight. Transitioning back to asset planning, production plan volumes across our different products can incorporate various decline curves, whether they be sourced from a third-party source such as Aries or Intersight, calculated via Anaplan using harmonic production rates, or manually inputted. Anaplan provides flexibility when it comes to production. Base production volumes can also be accommodated in this case from a source file, which can be automated or loaded on demand to properly reflect well asset production. Point and click load experience for data, so no need to burden IT or use outside consulting. As soon as the data is loaded, during that time, all related calculations are also completed. So no subsequent process needs to be run. Data is ready to be reported and planned upon. From a reporting perspective, fully integrated economics that are ready to be reported upon at any level within the organizational hierarchy, including the well level. All formulas, calculations can be drilled upon to expose not only the natural language calculation, but also the underlying contributing values to the calculation, providing that full transparency versus a guessing game on how things are calculated. Additionally, drivers can be changed on the fly to create different scenarios among drivers with real-time outputs. Unlimited amount of price decks with different cases can be loaded, created as needed, really to reflect those market changes or upcoming events among our different products. Those price decks are again integrated into our asset economics and can be applied via a dropdown and in real time reflect its impact down to our net cash flow. So no more spinning wheel or overnight batch process. We can quantify our pricing impacts in real time. We can also take the next step and compare each of those scenarios against each other via the pivot function, similar to a pivot table in Excel that enables that drag and drop layout changes on demand. Scenarios with an influx of capital, additional rigs, boost in production can now all be pinned up against each other for further analysis. Items such as well count can be also categorized amongst owner-operated versus operated by others to streamline reporting requirements. And for those pixel-perfect reports, Anaplan's management reporting provides a dynamic alternative to PowerPoint in which slide-like material can come to life among different drop-downs to modernize reporting and eliminate the static nature of most reports. Further sensitivity can be categorized among the different types of drivers. So as we're trying to understand what's volume related, what is price related, capital related, and so on, we can now quantify the impacts to each one, or in aggregate, its impact to metrics, economics, all against our base case, both from a data grid and visualization perspective. As you can see, Anaplan offers a comprehensive platform that allows organizations to quickly adapt to ever-changing market dynamics. By leveraging Anaplan's planning capabilities, oil and gas organizations can also enable more informed decision-making capability, all on a real-time platform.